guys, so welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin.
I'm Tarsha.
This is Conversations with the Crawleys. We have conversations about faith, family, relationships, and we also do some recaps, reviews, and commentary on some of our favorite shows. This one is all about Krysten and Mitch of Married at First Sight season 15 in San Diego. So you already know what I'm about to tell you to do.
Recycle?
Well, that too, but that's more of a Mitch statement than a Kevin statement. But subscribe, like, and share. In fact, recycle them likes. Just keep hitting that like button.
Right. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, keep hitting it. In fact, go find some of our other videos and just go ahead and hit like again.
Like those.
But then also, you want to share.
Share, yes.
And
become
join.
A member.
Become a member. All right. So.
Out of work.
Oh, yeah. Listen, you're going to work for this entertainment. You're going to work for this commentary. All right, so she meets with her friend, Krysten, because that's what we're talking about.
Yes.
I have to remind myself.
10 minutes of saying what you got to do.
Hey. So she meets with her friend, and she says married life is as good as she thought it would be. She's like, okay, oh, that sounds good. So how, was it a good match? Well... I don't know about a good match.
Having that extra body around them, that's what I'm talking about. And having regular sex, it don't hurt. Sex on a regular.
So yeah, she's like, married life is as good as I thought it would be, but the match isn't great.
I get what she's saying, like having the companionship. Having, because they have they have opportunities where they have fun together.
True. So
when everyone gets out their way, they can enjoy the time they have together. True. So I understand when she says that marriage can be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. Having that person there when you wake up, y'all do stuff together.
Mm-hmm. Go karaoke. You go clean the beach.
Go clean the beach, like help an environment, you know.
Go clean his stove.
No, she ain't cleaning that stove. But so I get what she's saying. Mm-hmm. Now, could it be I don't see, this is the thing. I think it's a good match, but he needs to get out of his way. Because like we go to the other video we talked about where we were talking about absolutes, where, mm-hmm. We feel like we're not going to change and this is how I am and someone's going to come in my life. And yeah, they're going to come in your life, but they're not going to think exactly like you. And some of the things that you may be very extreme in.
Yes.
And so I feel like they could be a good match if we decide to let go of some of the things that we just so stone hard, cold, like
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Right? Like I'm not gonna change or adjust.
Right.
So
yeah, so she also mentions, she goes back to the flipping house conversation. Mm-hmm. And she's like, she did not feel that he was supportive of her dreams. That, when she was talking with her friend, she's like, he's stuck on that it's bad for the environment, it's bad for this, bad for that. And she's like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is kind of how I want to move forward. So, and the friend said that there's a lot of pieces of Krysten that Mitch does not seem to be valuing. Mm-hmm. And then again, that plays again into Krysten has made her statements really that she is, doing what she feels necessary to be what Mitch wants and not be who she is. Mm-hmm. And her friend is like, you're a great person. He's just not valuing everything that you bring to the table.
And I hear what she's saying, but is it more about, to me, it's more about him. And what I'm saying is, it's always a reflection on how he wants to view the world.
Right.
And how he wants to participate in it.
When it comes to participate in the world.
Oh, no, he wants to participate. I think he does want to participate. He wants to participate on how he can keep it clean. He wants to participate in social justice. He wants to participate in a point where he's doing everything against the status quo.
He wants to control it. He doesn't want to participate. Just like in my opinion, he wants to control things and not participate in a marriage.
well, maybe about the marriage, but when we're talking about worldviews and stuff, you can't say he's trying to control it.
Yeah.
He's trying to.
Yeah, we can. Here's why I couldn't say this.
Okay.
Here's why I can say that.
Okay.
Because his views are almost not accepting of other views. In other words, you can't use this plastic. You can't do this. Mm-hmm. He's saying your house flipping, that's destroying things, right? So he's saying all these things that it's like, whereas I would be like, do you, right? If you are a staunch environmentalist, I got you. Go ahead and do that. Mm-hmm. I'm going to participate in the level that I want to participate, right? Mm-hmm. But when you're almost requiring everyone around you to participate the way you're participating, you're trying to control as opposed to participate.
I hear what you're saying.
So
I hear that. I hear you.
And let us know if you're a member, you get special custom emojis. So let me know if you're Team Kevin or Team Tasha on that.
With the emojis.
With the emojis.
Don't be trying to just
use
type
them
stuff
emojis,
in.
Right? Membership has its privileges. All right. So, Krysten also says that she will be the best wife she can be in hopes of getting the best version of Mitch.
I kind of understand what she's saying there.
I kind of get it, but it just sounded awkward. It was like, just be the best person you can be. And if he's going to be who he's going to be, he's going to be who he's going to be.
Yeah. I think you need to continue to be the best version of you. Because you can be petty along with the other person and you get nowhere.
True.
So that's what I was getting from that. She's like, you know what? I am trying to be the best wife. Because that's my choice.
Right.
And that's a decision I have to make.
Yep.
And how he's going to act or treat me, that's a reflection on him. Yep. Not on me.
So they're going on a weekend getaway to like a Buddhist resort or something like that.
Yeah, they went to a resort.
And so Stasha comes by so she can pick up the dog. And the dog growls at her. Breathes at her. Stop. And Krysten's telling her how to go ahead and clean the little wrinkles and
gave the list.
Yeah.
And Mitch is like, yeah, you sure you want to watch this dog? Because it's a hot mess. The dog is a hot mess. So, but she's like, no, it's going to be fine. Here you go. Take her. Yeah. But when they went, they started out with yoga. And Mitch decided he going to start his noise in the place where you're supposed to be peaceful,
calm and meditative,
right? And more like in silence. He decides to do his yoga. Oh my God, you acting like you're 95, like, because some instructors would tell you, especially in yoga, this is a moment where we want to be silent.
Be alone with your thoughts.
Right, be alone with your thoughts. Don't share every ache and pain of your body. So I need to stretch. I was like, and then Krysten was like busting out, trying to keep from laughing. I would have been laughing too. I was like, okay, are you okay? Right. Maybe you don't need to be doing yoga.
Right. Well, why don't you just go sit in the corner? So they get their 1 month box. They go through it. He then said, because they're reading the vows.
And she's reading her vows, and she's like, yep, I did everything I said I was going to do.
He was like, it was good to read it because you're reminding me of what I said and how I need to try and live up to it.
Right. She's like.
So then was it a vow or something you just said that sounded good?
Okay. We understand. We say stuff all the time.
True.
That we don't come maybe halfway through. And sometimes we do say stuff, we just want to say it. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. I'm going to be open. That sounds good. Instead of, I'm a closed-minded person, and my goal is to be open with you because I'm closed-minded. Yeah. So we try to project what we want to be. Right? Right. In the vow, he was doing a lot of projecting.
He was a lot of imagining, too.
So, but it's a good thing he realized he wasn't doing it. Like, it was like, oh, I did say this to you. Yeah. And I need to work on this.
I kind of messed up day one.
Well, he realized he was like, I really wasn't married. I wasn't really ready for marriage and everything that it entailed.
Yeah.
And we all feel like that. Like you get married, like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, there's growth automatically when you get married, in my opinion. There's growth that has to take place, right? So then they go to dinner with all the other couples. Mm-hmm. And he says that it has been a journey and growth has taken place, right? Mm-hmm. So he's feeling good about what he said.
He's like,
yeah, I'm growing. The Mitch thing that was on the honeymoon is different from the Mitch that you got
I'm in love. I see her.
Chris is like, good. Pump your brakes, homeboy.
First it was like, okay, she was like, Mitch is blah, blah, blah. And then she made this U-turn. She
says she struggles when he says things like he did not know if he could be a husband. You signed up to be a husband, so what you talking about?
And for you not to say you don't know when I came prepared, like I already had one honeymoon without a husband, so.
And I'll go on another vacation without a husband. She was like, because she was like, look, if he chose not to come to the dinner, she's like, I still come.
I was going to get free food. Shoot, you're going to hold up my meal because you didn't want to come.
She said, when does Krysten get to be Krysten and stop compromising to be what Mitch wants? It was so. I think that there may have been an argument that happened a little before this, because the way she responded
when she came off, she had to get some off her chest.
Because this wasn't immediately after the yoga thing, because
they were like chilling, like they were good. She's like, I want to keep it light. I want to keep it light. Mm-hmm. So the whole retreat, it seemed like they were good. Mm-hmm. And everybody was surprised that Mitch showed up in a blazer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And not flip-flops. So they could have had a fight over what he was wearing.
Right.
It could have been something along those lines. It could have been.
You're trying to control how I dress when I go to dinner. Yes.
Oh my God.
You're going to a nice restaurant, dude. You're not going to McDonald's.
Right.
You're not going to the food truck.
And you just can't show up everywhere like that.
Right.
So everybody was shocked how he was dressed. Like, okay. But then she was like, listen, this sister girl ain't going to be losing herself. Let me tell you something right now. This is how I'm feeling. Because it was like really, it started off with her really complimenting. And then she's like, she turned that bus around so quick. The Mitch bus got turned around like.
So
let me tell you,
in corporate America, what they tell you to do when you're giving feedback is
you sandwich
it, right? You start with the positive, you come with this is what you need to do to improve.
What you need to work on.
And then you come back with, but this is how you're doing well, right?
She forgot the rest of that bread.
Yeah, she forgot that other part of the Oreo sandwich. She was like, look, I'm going to give you all of this here.
She put one slice, and then you know how you do when you're a kid? You got one slice of bread, and you put the peanut butter and jelly, and you fold it.
Open face sandwich. It was just a straight open face sandwich.
Like, just take this.
Because she's like, look, I might lose you when I snap. Because if I get to the point where I snap, you might be gone.
And she's like, and Mitch appreciates this. He likes when I'm just upfront, honest, to the point. He's like, yeah, I want you in your truth, girl.
Be who you're supposed to be. Be who you need to be. Because I don't need you to snap on me. Because I just got the stitches healed in my head, so I don't need you doing nothing else to cause new stitches.
Oh my gosh. I was like, okay. It's okay, Krysten.
So we'll see how things go for them as they're continuing on. Mitch does.
I called this one.
Mitch has grown from the honeymoon, but he does need a lot more growth, in my opinion.
He does.
A lot more.
And this is where the grace comes in that she spoke of. Mm-hmm. Having the grace to say, he's been like this years. Yeah,
because there's like, 9-10 year age difference, something like that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he's older.
Yeah, he's older than her,
So he had to decide, because I'm like this.
Maybe 5, I don't know, something like that.
If you've treated your past relationships this way, and this is the first really committed relationship you're in, then you have to make a decision that you're going to have to do better.
Yep.
If you want to be married to anyone.
Yep. At all.
To anyone.
Period.
Because there's nobody who's going to be just like you concerning everything across the board. Yeah.
All right. Well, look, that's it for this one. Let us know what you think in the comments. And check out the other videos that we have on the other couples. And we will see you next time. Have a great one.
Be blessed.
Be blessed.